Hello people, this is Bugsy, this is onsokumaru, and this is Harima. Well people, today you're in luck, because normally a lot of people would like for me to, I'm doing my onsokumaru vlogs, but since it's been a while since I did my last onsokumaru vlogs, I was thinking, how about I don't talk to you in this voice? Because you guys have grown accustomed to my voice. And as my little Twitter, my little Tumblr post suggests that some of you actually like me talking like this. Now, I'm not doing this all the time. I mean, most of the time when we're doing knockoff, you're gonna hear this. Only because I don't want to be like that guy that upstage my two bros just because I can. But yeah, since you guys want to hear, the smooth silkiness of my Phantom Dark voice, okay, we'll do, I'll do it for, I'll only do it for this one, and not the others. Okay. But to be clear, to be very, very, very clear, I only put this voice on to mess with them. Even though this technically is my actual voice, but I'm usually in this form. Sorry, I just need to put that out. Out there. Okay, so today, me and after Bugsy pretty much was playing all the games he got, and a few weapons he also had. a lot of our teammates, gave him like weapons, sword polisher, because the demon sword, it's not a self-cleaning sword, people. He has to clean it every once in a while. I mean, god dang, you don't really, Bugsy never uses that sword to actually kill humans or fight with anybody unless he really deems it, necessary. So, but not the point. So he's got like this sword polisher, and since I'm with Cocoa ladies, I'm sitting there with Cocoa and Bugsy's pretty much on the other side of the room, cleaning his sword like usual. I noticed. So someone actually comes through the door, right? And I don't. I know I make a lot of jokes where I have my guns at the ready. I mean, normally, yeah, you basic if you really knew where I hid my guns. No, I actually have like these straps under my shirt. You where my and I sort of sometimes I'll wear like my thin black suit. You can't really see that I'm hiding anything under there, but I was wearing it today, and normally, normally I don't have them at the ready. I knock on the door. They knock on the door, and I go, "Who's it?" And I go, "Who's this?" And the well, let's just say this person, said, "Let me in on Sakamoto." Now, note that not a lot of people in, other than people that know me, refer to me as Sakamoto. Only people that actually know me. Other times I'm just playing Phantom Dark. So I let him in because the voice was familiar, and I thought, hey, since a certain Saiyan is technically with somebody, I wanna go and mess with them a bit. So I let her in. And what you know it was it was Mocha. Now Bugsy is sitting there. He's not really thinking of anything right now. And Bugsy's got a lot to think about, knowing that, Gygus is still out there, and any other villains out there, so he's polishing. I'm serious. I'm sitting there. We're sitting there. We're looking at him. He's like in a trance. So I go, Bugsy. I go, Bugsy. Bugsy, seriously. Dude, guess who came to see you? And and Bugsy looked over. He was like, it's Mocha? He goes, Mocha? What are you doing here? And she goes like, I came to see you. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, honey. Where's the popcorn? I need to watch my brother sort of tell that tell her about his little arrangement. But it turned out, but she had a little bit of news of her own. And but she said she was marrying somebody, and Bugsy, oh, granted, Bugsy is now off the market. He's taken now. But but I swear to God, you can see the look on his face. I mean, when Bugsy's either surprised or mad, you know, the saneness in our eyes, and it even works for me. The sane part of us, like, technically, like, comes out in the form of our eyes actually just shifting to red. And he goes like, who? And Bugsy goes in his fakest, most calmest voice, and I can read Bugsy's thoughts, and he's going like, okay, let me tell you how he's going. He's like, he's tripping out so bad. I he's tripping out so bad in his mind. I can hear every single cuss word he said. Trust me, I made like a list afterwards when this was all done. So she looks at Bugsy and says, so you still, she looks at him and says, do you still sing? And Bugsy was like, yes, I do still sing. Granted, I can't do the fakeness of Bugsy's voice, but it's still pretty funny. It was just funny. So, what else? What else was going on? Um, so, and this was today. This was like a few hours ago. Um, so Bugsy, so she says, so after she says, can you still sing? He goes, yes. So she says, do you mind? Could you sing for my wedding? And Bugsy, this is funny. This is funny and kind of sad at the same time, because I don't know. I always pictured Bugsy and Mocha actually coming together. You know, being them, coming together and stuff like that. You know, I mean, not like I hate the person that Bugsy's with now. I'm actually pretty happy about that. But you know, I think he realized that too when he said, "Fine, he says, "Okay, I'll do it." And you know, Mocha said, "Oh, right, see you then. The date's at such and such time." And Bugsy just sat there and he was like, "Bugsy, I told Cocoa to kind of get out and let Bugsy and I have our little talk, have a little talk." Now, normally it's him talking to me about whatever's going on in my mind, but today it was sort of flipped. He was really sad, and I haven't seen him like this ever since. I haven't seen him like this since Ryoko died. People, I haven't seen him that sad since Ryoko died. I am not kidding. He was that sad. He was that down, and I was like, bro, what's the matter? Like, I didn't know, but I was like, what's the matter? And he's like, I can't believe we just that she's getting married, and I can't believe that's not me. I mean, don't get me wrong. He goes, don't get me wrong, honey. I'm happy. I'm really happy for her, but you know, I guess a little bit of me just wish It was me. And don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly happy. But it kind of cuts me like a knife, you know? And it's like, yeah, no. How you think I feel? How you think I feel? And I go, yeah, I know. How you think I feel about, how do I feel about, what do you want to know how I feel about studying? Freaking dating somebody. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you that. During me and Bugsy's little adventure, during me and Bugsy's little adventure to go check on Penny and Stocking, I found out that Stocking was technically still around and still dating people. I swear to you, I'm happy to, but I knew how Bugsy felt. I mean, for months now, I was kind of struggling with that. I mean, you don't really see it when I do mock off because usually I'm thinking about the jokes, I'm thinking about what we're watching. It's all over. But I understood. But Bugsy looked okay, and he said he'd do the wedding, and I thought that was pretty big of him because normally, I mean, Bugsy deals with a lot of stuff, lot of stuff, and he's said goodbye to a lot of people. He's lost a lot of friends and a lot of allies and all this stuff why he fights evil and whatnot. And it really, it really, I mean, he was happy to do it, but it hurt him. Like it hurt me about the whole stalking thing. And most of you guys are like, did Bugsy? Why Bugsy was there? Do you ever go with Penny? Dudes, if you watch Penny and Stocking, you know as well as I do. Stocking, well, Penny is and still is well, you know what? And I'm not really gonna say what it is, but just know that's what it is. Just know that's what it is. So, to, and sorry, El's in the background, kind of playing his game. So, Bugsy looks for a minute. He actually calls an old friend of his, and he told me, honey, if you wanna, I mean, I'll be gone for a while. You mind watching the lab for a bit? Of course, I knew where he was going, and though it didn't seem like he'd be gone long, he really knows he's gonna be gone long. So he goes, he goes. I look at him like, oh, Bugsy, Bugsy, Bugsy. I know this must have hurt, but you got no worse stuff before. I don't know Bugsy actually heard me as he walked out because, super hearing. We all have it. But I know he raised up his hand he kind of raised up his hand like how Yusuke and him would just say goodbye to each other. Because those two never really like long goodbyes, and they're the best of friends still. And Bugsy don't like long goodbyes, so they'll walk and hold their hands up like bye. Because that's just how Bugsy is sometimes. He can't. Trust me. I bet you somewhere he cried. He cried for a minute, but he's still powered on. Never showing, never showing you guys that he's sad. He never shows you a hint that he's sad. Of course, I know. So that's why sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, Bugsy, do you still want to do this video? You don't have to if you don't want to." That's pretty much him being sad for a bit, and me just saying, you don't have to do this. But Bugsy he was pretty much down and out. I'll admit that for a minute. in a few minutes later, he actually came through the door. Now, Bugsy said he's been gone for like a year, but dude, I know where he was at, and yes, for him it was a year. I'm not telling you where though. I'm not gonna tell you. But he was back. He was happy. He was ready to do this. So, tomorrow, so when such and such date actually appears, he's gonna go ahead and do it. Me, now, if you guys want to hear more about the whole penny and stocking thing, I'll gladly tell you. But forget everything you know about the last episode of Penny and Stocking, because it sort of didn't happen. Though, Stocking being the devil, not really that surprising to me. But, still. So, and granted, this was like further months down the line, about a couple months. After we did the whole Bugsy and onsokumaru Why Is Us video. Bugsy and I had, just a realization that, we need to go back there. We need to go back there because we needed to. And we did. Little did we know that we be stumbling on a ghost-acopia. But I'm going a little bit too far ahead of myself. So, Bugsy and I, we actually think, now, what we normally we'd use the Grey Falcon, but Bugsy said, it's a little too much for what we're about to do. So Bugsy, he actually tweaked the DeLorean like Back to the Future, right? He tweaked it. I'm not kidding. It really looks like the Back to the Future. Sorry guys. I get kind of like that whenever I cough. But okay, he tweaked it like the Back to the Future DeLorean, and I mean, he was working on that for like few months, like in the summer. But he was finally ready to unveil it, and he kind of went. I was like, okay, Bugsy, are you showing off for anybody? Is that what you're doing? He looked at me and said, no, I'm not showing off. If I was, I mean, is that a bad thing? And I was like, no. I did my onsokumaru voice for this and said, no, it's not. Go ahead and do what you got. Go ahead and do what we gotta do. And so we did. We went there. Freaking Bugsy went to go talk to Panty. I went to go talk to Stocking. And, what I said in the last bits of this video, I found out you was dating. Now, this is so freaking, this was sort of soul crushing in a way. Because I always thought if I ever broke away from, if I ever really totally broke away from Coppola and something happened to her, she died, and it'll take me about like a year, take me about 2 years, maybe 3. I'd sort of be with Stocking, but I'm not saying that Stocking would wait for me forever. I doubt that, but in my mind, I paint pretty pictures. I paint an ideal picture for myself, and I know I shouldn't do that, but hey, that's what I do. So, Bugsy, are you in here? No. I mean, I'm not if you... Bugsy, come here. Alright. So, Bugsy, you're telling them about the Penny and Stocking story? Yep. What we went through and what we dealt with, and also what happened today. Why? You didn't need to tell them all that. Bugsy, they needed to know. Shoot, man. People need, your fans need to know what you be going through half the time. Not all the time. So you tell them about, yep, the whole mocha thing, her getting married and all that crap. Oh, Ani. Yeah, oh, okay. You're not mad? No, no. Like I said, I took a trip. I took a trip of a lifetime, and I'm okay again. So, go ahead. So this one, where you at? We went to go talk to Panty. How did that go? She actually, she actually was serious about the whole loving me thing, and I didn't know how to approach that. I swear to you, people. You're doing onsokumaru blogs, right? Yep. And you're a fan of Dark Voice? Yep. Alright, alright. Okay, so I was kind of daunted because I was dealing with a little bit. I was dealing with something of my own, because you know, it was October and I was dealing with my own little problems at the time. So I didn't really have. I gave Penny my attention, but and she was serious, and I was like, does that mean you'll give up, you know, sleeping around? Will you give that up and just be with me? And she looked at me for a while, and I said, you don't have to answer me at once now. Jesus, you don't have to. And she said, I don't think I can do that. And I was like, well, me being here was a total utter waste of time. I walked out. That was it. Now, Ani, you talk about yours. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I can't talk about how sad you were. If you talk about how sad I was, which I have a feeling you kind of did in the first part, you don't need to talk about this one. Okay. Well, after that, me and Bugsy we were kind of low. We were kind of down and out. But we went to our bar. Bugsy just said, "Hey." I said, "Hey, how about we just open the bar up?" And I go, all right, we'll open up the bar, Bugs, because let's face it, just because we're sad doesn't mean we don't have to drag any of our friends and or customers down with us. So, so me and Bugsy, we were in the bar pretty much doing stuff. If you want to hear more about the bar stuff, you're gonna have to talk to Harima because he wants to do these segments where he talks about what goes on in the bar. But I'll tell you a little bit. We played. Bugsy played his usual. Bugsy played Killer Queen on his piano and just started playing. I could just see the tears forming in his eyes. There was no tears forming in my eyes. I had allergies. Bugsy, you don't have allergies. You're not allergic to anything, so you don't have allergies. Well, whatever. Anyways, I was playing that, and I was just pouring. I was kind of making the food. Harm was the bartender. I'm the cook. Bugsy's sort of the guy that plays on the piano. And people actually ask him for like requests. Who's that one request you did? I think they wanted me to play Moonlight Serenade, so I kind of did. I swear to God, people love that. People eat that stuff up. I'm just doing it. I don't know how I normally do it. And then someone gave me a request for one of my songs, and one of one of my things that was kind of an existing song, but I added my own lyrics to it. And I swear to God, it was a kind of a wolf chick that asked me this, and I was like, you know, you look familiar. Who are you? And she wouldn't say. She just looked at me and said, I can read other people's minds, but hers was kind of like, oh, so that's what he's like. So I don't know. She caught me on an off day, man. So I'm playing and I'm singing, and I don't know. I felt something like I knew that wolf girl, like I knew her, but I'm not entirely sure that if I actually did, or I don't know. Maybe it's just the song, because it is very emotional. I make very emotional freaking songs. If I'm not making parodies, I make very emotional songs. So I'm sitting there, and you know, if you know the end of my song, I go like, if you know, if you know my song, I'm like, I will always wait for you, and that's pretty much how it goes at the end. She looked at me and said, "Do you?" So she goes, "Who is the girl that you're waiting for in the song? I know it's about you." Oh, probably just a wolf chick, just like yourself. You know, but I had a little bit of an attraction to way a very long time ago. You may not know this, but I'm 120. Though you look like you're in your 20s. So do you. We're the same age, bunghole. That we are. But, you know, still, so do you. Yeah. Oh, dudes, honey, do you think that? Yep. And you didn't tell me, nope. Why not? Because you were still dealing with the whole, you were still dealing with the whole penny and stocking thing, so I said, why bring that up? I said, why bring that up if we're both kind of feeling like this? I didn't want you to be dealing with other things right then and there. I wanted to tell you, like, the day after that, but, Coco would kind of, Coco would kind of have you in a very, very questionable spot. She, she, she got you behind, she freaking got you behind your ear, didn't she? Bugsy, I told you, that is like my weak spot, okay? It's a sensitive area, and I swear to God, in a way, that's like a dog thing. I don't know. It just happened, and I lost track of time, and the hours turned into midnight, and I forgot. Jesus, man, you could have told me that. Well, I keep hearing she keeps appearing at the bar, waiting to talk to you. Like it matters now. Thank you, Ani. Well, I'm sorry. I just didn't tell you, and you know, Coco got me, and then I kind of lost track of time because let me just tell you, man, she is okay. I'm not gonna say it in front of the camera, but I'm gonna whisper this in your ear. She is always, I mean, always knows what to go. Always knows how to get my attention. You can say you always know. She always knows how to get your attention. Seriously, it's all you know who's gonna care. Because even though you changed a little bit, Ani, you're still the same. I don't care. I don't care how many times you try and change yourself. You're still gonna be the same. fundamentally. Thanks. But okay, kiddies, that's all the time we have for right now. Tomorrow we might. I know we said we might do something on New Year's Day, but hey, me and Bugsy couldn't resist, and well, I couldn't resist, and Bugsy couldn't resist also. So we did. We did whatever we could. And oh yeah, I swear to God, Gogo was the best lover ever. I swear to God. I mean, I'm a saying. I mean, our our thing, our relationship would be a better thing, better than Twilight. I swear to God. I swear to God. Because if you know me and Bugsy and Haruma, you know why. You know why that it would. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. That's a story for another day, people. I'm gonna be doing this a lot more next year. So, but be prepared for those. Oh, and as soon as my computer is back, we're gonna be doing the Team H stuff again. But until then, you're just gonna have to deal with these videos and stomach them down. And also, I'm actually wondering what games would you like for us to let's play. So as we finish so the let's plays we have now, what other let's plays would you like me and Ani to do? That's just something, I feel like, I should ask you guys. Because in no way are we ripping off the Game Grumps. Because I hear a lot of you guys think that we are. No. We were actually doing the whole Bugsy and onsokumaru videos, Let's Play videos, I think before Game Grumps. So anybody that asks and say that we're ripping them off, you're pretty dumb, and a lot of people do Let's Plays with their friends. Are they ripping off Game Grumps too? No. I also, me and Bugsy we don't watch their Sonic 06 playthroughs because of what Ego Raptor said. I mean, you can't compare Sonic 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 one Sonic Adventures 1 and 2 with '06. Though they do use some stuff from the other Sonic games, like some elements from the old Sonic games, from the Sonic Adventure games that came before. But you can't compare those two. I don't care what you think. You can't. You just can't. You really can't. And seriously, um, a I'd say a person we subscribe to actually talked about this in a video of his. Um, his name is Nick on Aqua Magma. That's his YouTube user. If you guys want to check him out, his videos are good. His videos are a lot more good. I mean, a lot better than ours, because he did like a whole bunch of Sonic videos, and you know how me and Ani stumble when we'd say we're gonna be doing Sonic related things for the whole month of Sonic's anniversary, and we never do. We only put out a few. Look at his. Look at his. I mean, our thing was kind of better because because last year we were kind of this year we were experimenting with stuff. But yeah, if you want to see Sonic videos, if you want to see some Sonic videos that are awesome, and some other stuff like his Bionicle stuff, it's pretty good, you know. Oh, and while we're still, I'm sorry, we don't want to make this video drag on a little bit longer. Um, you guys wondered if if we ever considered joining Brain Scratch, no, we haven't really considered it, and I know some people on our Tumblr just keep on asking us that, and just keep telling us that, but we don't want to because they don't accept just anybody. I mean, with me and Bugsy, nah, they'd only probably accept Bugsy, and for various reasons, and you know, and, even though I talk like this, I'm still the same old onsokumaru. Trust me, I could probably spread out with something, with something, and I just don't want to do that. So, but I don't think Bugsy and I would ever even go to Brain Scratch. We'd probably start our own little, commentary channel. But no one would probably, want to come and do a little commentate with us. So, it's how it is. But we actually thank you for actually thinking that we'd be good enough to be on Brain Scratch. Me and Bugsy don't really see that. But I swear to God, I think Sonic Commons. I think they do like a commentary. So if you guys want, I think I could probably join up for that. But I don't know if I would or could. Until my computer comes back. But I'll think about that. And also, and seriously, seriously, this video's gone way too long. We're done. This has been Bugsy. This is but basically this has been on Sakumaru Vlogs, telling you if you guys want to hear more stories, I'll always be glad to share the stories of those that are willing to listen. And I just don't talk about regular stuff that goes on with us. I talk about behind the scenes of the videos and certain bloopers that may have happened along the way. So, it's but for right now, I'm just blogging about stuff that happens around our three houses and blah blah blah. And so that's what we do. See you guys later. This is Phantom Dark. I'd say the most lovely member of the big three. Lovely member? The most lovely member? Yes, the most lovely member. And this is Bugsy, signing off. And see you guys later. Bye!